And hello! And we are back with more Maid Estelle and Maid Joshua. So, last episode, we had finished the semifinals, and we were invited to the castle, as you can see. We had the rendezvous with Lieutenant? Maybe. I don't remember if she was lieutenant, major, whatever. We had a rendezvous with Julia. And she wanted us to hand over a letter to the queen. She had us hand over the letter to Hilda so that we can actually talk to the queen. Everybody wants us to talk to the queen. So, our main goal is to get to the queen. We were invited to the castle. We had our little banquet. Well, I say little, but I mean, that was probably a lot of fucking food. I mean, you know, fucking royal food, am I right? So, had our food, talked to all the mayors, talked to Dean Collins, and now we're going to infiltrate the maids, so this way we can, like, get to the queen, with the help of the head maid. So, that's where we're going now. We need to go to the terrace, because in order to get to the queen's quarters, I'm pretty sure that's on the terrace. That's where Hilda came from. So, yeah. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all. Such harsh words. Where are these maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute.
Thank you.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling we've met before?
Crap. Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I'd rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove.
Hey, it's not like that! We're the elite of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that.
All's well then. Now, will you please allow us to pass?
Pardon us, ladies. Please, go ahead.
Phew, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver.
Yeah, that was really well done. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you'd prefer, I can show you the way now.
I think I'm okay as is.
Boy clothes, now. He's like, boy clothes, now. Give me.
Oh, for the love of, why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with what you had on?
It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes, it is Princess Claudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused.
Huh, no kidding. But I heard that the princess was tending to the queen.
I guess that's just gossip then. You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the royal keep. I'll take you there. Oh, we still get to walk around as head maid. Let's go! I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter. As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in.
Right.
Pardon us.
Oh.
I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Oles, Oslas. Oslis? I don't know. I am the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberl.
I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild.
And I'm Joshua Bright, of the same affiliation. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua, I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please, have some and relax. I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring me this information. A pitch-black orbment capable of negating all other orbital engines. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it. The Professor told us that you might have some idea what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I am worrying about nothing, but even so.
Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have?
I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Grancel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate.
Huh?
Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the agents that still functioned.
Wow!
So, it was a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom.
And something like that is beneath Grancel? So, what does that tell us about the gospel?
Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions. Could it do that? Yes. However, we are unable to establish the true nature of the artifact. Indeed, why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way.
Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for. But when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull. Yeah, just because he talked to me about my dad and, started reminiscing with us about Dad and everything, that doesn't mean that he's actually a good guy. I don't know why I had that in my head that maybe he's actually a nice guy, he's talking so good about Dad, maybe he's nice. No, he's done fucked up.
I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter. Yeah, you really shouldn't take what he says to heart. You gotta understand, sweetheart. He may be reminiscing about your father, but it could be just to throw you off his trail.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm really fucking with the dialogue now. You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty? He was a friend of my late son's, and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me.
Really?
I didn't know that. I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told.
Well, nothing super detailed.
Perhaps then that is the role I am meant to play. Estelle, Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story?
Oh yes, absolutely!
It is no indulgence, Your Majesty. "10 years ago in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must admit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberl.
So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days' War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hawking Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of the borough became occupied territory save for Grancel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Grancel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had been developed and were used to recapture the borough's checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one using ships launched from Leiston Fortress. Zeiss, Rouen, Beauce, Rolent. With their supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed.
Hey, look! It's Cassius, Richard, and Morgan.
And the one behind this plan for a counteroffensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterwards, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all of the world. Lena, your mother, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempt to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I am sure you know.
God damn it! Every time. This part, whenever they talk about, like, Estelle's mother, or, like, this, like, in the beginning when they showed her, when Estelle was talking about it, and now here, it makes me cry a bit, you know? It's sad. I feel super bad for them. Sorry. Anyway.
Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments.
God damn it.
No, I had no idea.
And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death.
So basically, he blames himself for her death. It's also probably why he gave up the sword in the first place. Because when you think about it, he's probably been sitting there beating himself up over it. The fact that he's lost his wife. All because of a stupid war. And his plans. And he blames his plans for the fact that she's died. So, his thought... Like, I mean, they said it before. Him switching to the staff is basically, like, his vow to make sure that, like, you know, he doesn't want to take anyone else's lives, you know? Goddamn. So hard to make it through some of this dialogue, I swear.
Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer. All to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time, he swore he would be able to protect those he loved.
Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that?
Estelle.
Yes, You are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so, I am sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother.
God damn it! It's not easy to make it through this dialogue, I swear. Oh, man. I forgot that they brought this back up. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I am so sorry, you guys. I honestly forgot they brought this back up. I did not expect to get emotional all of a sudden.
I have wished to apologize to you for a long time.
But you don't need to apologize. You've protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended the Burl in the war fought so hard for. And the peace that Mom gave her life for, so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for.
Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I am grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now more than ever.
Your Majesty.
However, that is why I do not wish to put you yourself in danger. I do not wish you to put yourself in danger.
Yeah.
I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter.
What? But Lieutenant Schwarzer asked us to help you.
I thank you. I am grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return.
But...
If I may, Your Majesty. The peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze.
Joshua!
If the Colonel is able to use the Gospel for whatever purposes he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberl, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that.
Your Majesty, right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter and the package, and we've been running all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, and just like Mom and Dad. I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through.
Estelle! It seems she was right about you.
Huh?
I too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild.
Your Majesty!
My liege, we will do whatever you ask.
My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia.
Ha! So the princess is being held captive somewhere.
Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne.
In other words, Duke Dunnan was out of the running.
Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me.
Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean towards the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here.
Oh man, like that's funny in both two ways. Like she's like, I don't know her, but then at the same time it's like, but you actually do. And the queen is like, you do know her.
No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some.
Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume.
Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with his passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to the coup. This was all staged that Liberl would become a strong military power with the Colonel ruling from the shadows.
I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture.
So if Liberl became a militarized country, what would happen then?
A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest, orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale, a wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted, and no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present.
Oh no!
Indeed! The Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all the nations to the benefit of all.
I feel the same way, Your Majesty.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic. And so he demands that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return.
Ha!
Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die.
Your Majesty, please, try to relax.
We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her.
Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands.
Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here.
I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle. But the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it.
Ah, wow, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old.
Cool. Did you actually just call the Queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country.
Yeah, I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her.
That's definitely outside of Bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can.
Right. But you know, I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share.
Estelle, Joshua, have you finished changing?
Oh, yeah.
Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight.
Whoa, is it really that late?
The Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious. Alright. Let's get out of here. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda?
Yes, I believe so. And just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy.
That's not fair. But please, relax. We are patriots to the core.
That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way.
Pardon me.
By your leave.
By the way, ladies,
Huh?
I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? Let's go with Lena.
Why? Isn't that a lovely name? It has a pleasant ring to it.
Thank you very much.
And how about you, miss?
You may call me Karen.
Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name.
You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself.
Are you now? Alright. We're with the Special Ops. My name is...
I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work.
No, I mean, at least not from us.
Sure.
Please, be safe on your way home.
Mm-hmm. They were really trying to get to know them, huh?
Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name.
Hey, it was not... I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation.
Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kinda lost all my confidence there.
Huh?
What's all this noise about?
Oh, Duke Dunnan.
Ah, it's the lady of the court. Hey, you maids. You don't look familiar.
These are the two new hires whom I'm instructing. This is Lena, and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time.
Did he recognize us?
Not good. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us.
Come now, Philip, enough with the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you, stiff upper lip and all.
Please, pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I am dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy.
Oh, it's no bother.
Please, don't concern yourself.
You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you look best with that raven hair of yours even longer.
I'm honored.
Ah, yes. Lena, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening.
Your Grace.
Ew, I don't want to serve him tea.
I don't think tea is what he wants served.
Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in service to Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten. I know, some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then.
Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it.
But I said I was just joking! Enough, I'm going to bed.
As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there.
Whoa! Oh, right. Lena! You just let me know if you have any problems, anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give.
Thank you very much.
Aren't you cute? Yes, good.
I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease.
I should certainly hope so.
I am truly sorry. Madam and young missus, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave.
I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally?
Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves.
I see.
He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge.
Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you.
Please. I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Alright, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late?
Well, you see...
Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea, and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company.
Huh?
Come closer.
Huh?
Now, do you understand?
Yes.
Hopeless. Completely hopeless.
Thanks for everything, both of you.
If not for you, I don't know what we'd have done.
Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you.
I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess.
Oh, are you one of her royal retainers?
Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night.
I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her.
Shall we be going? Alright, and now... Do we go back to our room or do we leave?
What, might I inquire, are you doing at this late hour?
Captain Amalthea.
Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't think it a bit late for you kids to be walking around.
Please, pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around.
Oh, that's certainly understandable. So, where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my edification.
Well... We were in the cellar.
What was that? And just what do you think you were doing down there?
By the way, it doesn't matter which option you choose for that. Like, you can pretty much say whatever, and she's still, like... You're still gonna have to deal with everything else. It doesn't change your bracer points or anything. It's just a choice.
We weren't doing anything in particular.
Come, let's not waste time on games. I've received numerous reports of you going in and out of the maid's quarters several times. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place?
What?
You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel?
I'll take that as a compliment. So what business have you in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly.
Well, we...
Oh, Estelle! Joshua! You've been here the whole time.
Oh, whoops, that's Zin. I thought it was the mayor for a second. Oh well. Zin!
Ugh! Now that's the stuff!
You're drunk.
Oops.
Sorry. Hey! If it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady! Nice! Some luck that we meet up again, huh?
I suppose.
So what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble?
Students?
No, it's just that they were in the maid's quarter for a while. I merely wanted to know their business, simply as a security precaution.
Yeah, I totally get you. I just sent him off to find some munchies and to go with my booze. Hey Joshua, you kids find anything to eat?
No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maid if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck.
Oh well. I'll have to do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You wanna come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady.
I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand?
Of course.
It is late. We should probably just get to bed.
Haha, very good then. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Aw, denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room.
Right.
We'll go with you.
Ugh. Looks like we managed to convince her at least.
What? Zin, are you drunk?
I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop.
No way. Your face had even gone all red.
He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right?
I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes.
You're an evil, evil man, Zin. Okay, sure you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me.
Haha, sorry about that. So, what's the story?
What story?
I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen.
Oh, wait, what? How did you...
Did Elnan tell you something about this?
Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I?
Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know?
Ha! I guess it's finally time to show you this.
What's this?
I know this handwriting.
Well, don't just stand there, read it! It'll explain a lot.
Okay.
Dear Zin Vatek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside the Burrow, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Can I persuade you to come to the Burrow and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to the Burrow before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There is a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to the Burrow before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cassius Bright. P.S. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. So Dad actually asked you to come to the Burrow, which means he's in Erebonia now.
That's the long and short of it.
The long and short of it? What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along?
That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again.
I suppose.
When did you realize that we were his kids?
I had a feeling from the outset once I saw Estelle's techniques with a bow staff. I asked Kilika about it and that confirmed it.
It would have been nice if you said something about it at all. We've been worried sick wondering where Dad's been.
I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything. But I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, alright. If you can pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen.
I suppose so. He knows this much. It wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right?
I agree. It'd probably be best to fill in on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all.
I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you out with that little request.
What? You will?
Yeah, I think it's I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please, let me help.
We'd be glad to.
Thank you once again.
What is this place? I never would have imagined that something like this even existed.
It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir.
Whoa! Is that some kind of mechanical monster?
Well, and so these must be archaisms.
Holy shit! He took out that thing in one stroke!
You are the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands.
My brave men,
The way to the ultimate power is open.
a bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberl. I expect only the best of each of you. By order, sir! We of the Special Ops will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of Liberl! For the glory of Liberl!
I understand the situation. You both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the Professor's message to Her Majesty in person.
We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side?
Yeah, we really have to stay focused. And if you understand that already, then there's nothing more I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. Yeah! Now then, Zin. It was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-rank bracer like yourself.
No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end.
I knew we could count on you, Zin. By the way, what's this A-rank business?
It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's, full power. There are 7 ranks ranging from G on the bottom up to A at the top.
So, he's the highest rank you can get? Wow! I never knew you were such a badass, Zin.
Well, I may be at A rank, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A ranks across the continent, but above that, there's an informal S rank. That's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. And there's only 4 of those in the entire continent.
Well, I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do.
Ugh, you really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius.
What?! Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me you knew about this already, right? Right?
Sorry, but yeah, I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago.
I swear it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Royal Army Soldier, Hidden Hero, Divine Blade, S-Rank Racer. If he's really so damn awesome, then it sure would be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case.
Ha! You may be right. If he were with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible.
Joshua, what's wrong?
Just thinking about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least, it's just the impression I have.
Oh.
So what he's saying is that the coup was planned around his departure for the Empire. Am I correct?
No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off.
Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close.
I think that Colonel Richard could have managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just that two major events happened to overlap with each other.
Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help, and therefore I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grancel branch of the Bracer Guild is called for.
Huh?
All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act. But we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all Bracers in Grancel, including Zin, of course.
Oh, okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get.
And ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches. But the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today. Ostensibly, to foil any potential terrorist activity.
What?
So basically, it amounts to martial law.
So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt.
This may be to stifle any activity on the part of the Royal Guardsmen in hiding, as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand.
How fun. But we're up to it. So, do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held?
That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place to be the Royal Villa. Herb? Whatever.
The Herb Royal Villa.
That's the building in the forest, right?
It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counterterrorism, few would question it. I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Leiston Fortress.
Considering it's the army we're going to be going against here, I'd like a more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it.
Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with a reporter, correct?
Oh, you mean Nial?
Yeah, we should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated.
So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia.
She helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So off to the cathedral then. There are 4 of the braces in the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Lace. Check the bars and their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here.
Sure thing.
Alright, then off we go. Aw, shit, dude. Alright, well, actually, first things first, let's head to, I think it's the coffee house. That's where we need to go first. Why are we going to the coffee house? Well, remember all those Carnelia chapters we gathered? It's finally time to cash in. Wait, did I get this? I don't remember if I got it or not. Yeah, I did. Okay.
Hey, you guys wouldn't happen to have the complete collection of the Carnelia, would you? Wow, you do! I'd always meant to buy every new volume when it came out, but never got around to it. I was like, I can always read the whole series when it's finished, right? And now it's pretty much impossible to find the whole set for sale in one place. So I beg you, please, would you be willing to part with yon collection of tomes?
Sure.
You will? Really? Oh my god, 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 thank you so much! I work in diplomatic relations and just got back from assignment in the Far East. I built up a pretty impressive little collection of Eastern goods too, if I do say so myself. I'll let you have one of my rarer items in exchange for what I seek. Your braces, no? Let's see what I got that might catch your eye. It's between these two. Which one intrigues you more?
So, you get a choice between either Estelle's weapon or Joshua's weapon. Now, to be fair, they're both, like, the strength of both of them is 130. So they both have the same stats. They're the ultimate weapon, yes, but the next strongest weapon has like 120. So if you don't get these, it's not that big of a deal. It's something of that's more like you got the ultimate weapon and you're like trying to, like, completionist sake, you want like all the weapons or whatever it is, right? So like it's a completionist type of thing, and yes, it is technically the strongest weapon. There's which one you choose is up to you. I'm honestly gonna go with the one for Joshua. The reason being is because even though I've been using Joshua a lot lately for arts, right? When he does go into hit, he's gonna hit probably harder than Estelle. Especially with like his dual attack thing. So I'm gonna take the twin plovers. You choose whichever. If you want both, you're gonna have to do a second playthrough. So, which means you'd have to do like new game plus or whatever. And like I think you have it carry over, something like that. Yeah. So whatever. Anyway, I'm going with the one for Joshua. Thank you. We'll take this.
Oh, very nice indeed. It suits you. I've gotten a notification to close shop early today, so I have lots of time to read. Thank you again.
So yeah, so if we go here, Joshua's strength is 250s, Estelle's 250s. Actually, they have the same strength. That's quite surprising. Again, 130. Boom. There is, like I said, there is another weapon that's almost as strong. It has 120 attack, or 120 strength, whatever. So, if you don't get those, but you're like, I still want to be really strong, and those are really fucking strong, don't worry, you can later get one that's like 120 strength. Alright. So now we need to go, let's go to Julia. Wait, is she not? Oh, whoops. No. No. This, I think, just leads to... Yeah, this just leads over here. Oh, okay. Never mind, I need to talk to the bishop. Oh, that's... Wait, was it him that I was supposed to talk to? Wait, is it him or the other one? If it was him, then I missed the... I think I missed the text. Oh, here we go, it's him, okay. The Archbishop.
And who might you be?
We're all members of the Bracer, the Bracer Guild, I mean.
We're looking for Sister Ellen?
Were you now? Well, I guess you share complicity with her then.
With a nun? Ew, no!
He's asking if we know her real identity, Estelle.
Jesus, what? What was she thinking?
We're here with information she asked us to find.
I'm sorry to say she's no longer at the cathedral. She came to say goodbye to me this morning and left.
Where to? I mean, do you know where she might have gone?
If only I did. I've been close with the royal family for many years, and she's always regarded me as a friend and confidant. But this time she refused to give me any details. She no doubt wished to keep the church from getting too deeply involved in whatever is occurring.
I see.
I wouldn't worry, though. She had the light of hope in her eyes as she departed. I'm confident she was running away to wallow in despair. She was not running away to wallow in despair. Whoops. But for a more noble cause.
Oh, that's good at least. But the thing is, we kind of need her to stay in touch with the royal guardsmen.
Well, begging for rain in the desert only gets you sand. We should probably go. The best thing we could do is covertly keep an eye out for other royal guardsmen.
Not the most efficient plan, but that seems to be all we've got.
You seem to be between a rock and a hard place, as they say. Always remember that Adios helps those who help themselves. Do all that you can, and Adios will surely take care of the rest. Hard and honest work will always lead you down the right path.
Okay. Well. RIP! There goes that. So let's go talk to Nial now. Nial should be in his office.
This is weird, Chief! We haven't heard anything in 2 days!
Well, he does tend to get completely wrapped up when he's looking for the next big story. But given how close we are at the state of martial law, I don't much like that he hasn't contacted us either.
Oh, hi guys! Hello, Dorothy.
Pardon us.
Hey, it's the tournament champions! I'm the editor-in-chief of the Liber News. Niall and Dorothy have told me quite a bit about the two of you. Estelle and Joshua of the Bracer Guild, yeah?
Good afternoon.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I've always enjoyed your magazine.
Well, that's always good to hear. Weren't you two doing something for Niall?
Oh, yeah.
That's what we were just talking about. Actually, Niall hasn't shown up here today or yesterday. No word from him or anything.
Huh?
Yesterday or today? We spoke with him in the evening 2 days ago.
Really? What do you mean, really? You gave us the message to meet him for Adios' sake. We came here to talk to him after the semifinals. Oh, right, now you mention it. So did he say anything to you? Like where he was going?
Someone called him. Yeah. Cause, yeah, he got that phone call, remember? I'm like blinking out for a second. Right. He got that phone call, and then he said, he's like, someone had just called me or whatever. I don't know, but I think, maybe? Yeah, let's go with that. Someone had called him. Right, I remember what happened. He got a call from someone, then he said he had to leave. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes. We haven't seen hide nor hair of him since.
Oh no! I can't believe Niall's dead!
Dorothy, how do you reach that, conclusion so quickly?
What? Who said he was dead? Today's when all the airliner traffic gets shut down. Everything was normal yesterday. So, maybe he went to another province?
I really inquired with the landing port's passenger registry. There was no sign of him. So I figure he still has to be somewhere in town.
You two are the last ones to see this reporter fellow. Weren't you talking to him about something for a news article?
Huh?
These are the times we live in. Controlling the media is a big deal for the military. What do you think, Chief?
I certainly can't argue with that. Particularly in the case of the intelligence division. They monitor and censor everything we do. You wouldn't believe how frustrating it is.
Which means that you can't get much information for your stories. But it's in a reporter's nature to want to get as much as possible into the hands of the readers.
I see. So he went to check out a new subject that the intelligence division hasn't started censoring yet. What was the last thing he told us about?
I think it was about...
The arranged marriage for Princess Claudia? Yeah?
And the Duke mentioned something about it at the dinner party.
Oh, Nial told you about that too. It'd make a hell of a story if it's true. Mentioned having to get some evidence at any cost.
How did a reporter like Nial even learn about something like that? I'd have thought that something like that would only be known to the royal family.
Well, he did say he had friends with someone who works in the Herb Royal Villa. Completely off the record, but the terrorists are supposedly after the princess. So she's secretly staying in the villa for her own safety. I knew it!
Ha! And the veil is lifted.
Maybe the person he was talking to was his friend in the villa, which would mean that Niall's probably there too.
You don't say. Well, if I know Nial, he probably tried to worm his way in for an interview with the princess. And if the soldiers saw him, they'd have arrested him on the spot.
No! Niall's a goner!
Dorothy, what is with the negativity? Jesus!
Why do you keep coming back to that? But if he has been arrested, getting him out isn't going to be easy.
Yeah. I'm betting that he and Princess Claudia are pretty much in the same situation.
What exactly do you people know? Do you have inside information about what's going on in this city, in all of LeBeau?
Sorry, but we really can't talk about it.
Just let the Bracer Guild take care of Nial. If he has been arrested, we'll see to it that he's released.
Alright. Please, do whatever you can.
Please, you guys! You gotta bring Nial back! Leave it to us.
Dorothy, why are you so negative? Jesus!
Oh no, he's dead!
Like, what the fuck? Why did she jump to such an extreme? Alright, well, now that we've spoken, we tried to get in touch with Julia and Nial, let's get everybody else. So, we need to go get the other bracers. Grant should be in... Whoops. Grant should be in the inn. Wait, no. The inn is in the north block. These blocks confuse me, I swear. This is not it. Okay, wait. Where actually is it? Is there another inn that I'm just not aware of? I mean, I know he should be in an inn, but I don't... Huh. Okay, maybe he's in the hotel and I'm just crazy. Alright, is he up here? Ah, well that's Kurt. I wish I could remember that time a little better. It's like there's a thick fog blanketing the whole thing.
Oh, hi Kurt.
It's good to see you here.
Hi, Estelle. Hi, Joshua. Oh, Zin's with you too. Then you know that they were going to that dinner party at the castle yesterday. That was when these two rookies took on a pretty major assignment.
What major assignment? I think it's best if we tell you more or less the whole story.
You're serious?
Of course we are. That's why we really need your help.
No, that's not it. I admit I'm shocked at Her Majesty's request of you. But the black orbit that the Colonel has, it's real?
Kurt? What's wrong? You look awfully pale.
Ugh! Ah! Ah!
Whoa!
What in the world?
Step away from him.
Huh?
Ah! Shade! Lift!
What was that? You didn't even touch him and he acted like he got electrocuted.
It's a special spirit channeling breathing technique. It allows the user to directly affect the target's body without direct physical contact.
I don't normally like to be so rough, but time isn't exactly on our side. How are you feeling? Ugh, wow. Actually, a lot better. I can't remember every detail, but a good bit of it's coming back. I'm a little unsteady from the shock, but I think I'll be alright.
So, what do you remember?
Didn't I say so before? There was an accident around 3 months ago.
You lost your memories while you were working, right?
Yeah, someone had asked me to check up on those men in the black outfits, and then I took something suspicious from them. It was the black...
Oh! I forgot this piece of information! Kurt's the one that mailed the black orbit!
Huh?
So the person who gave you the assignment...
Yeah, it was your father, Cassius. I wasted no time in packaging it up and sending it to him. But that's really as far back as I can remember.
So the K on that package was you!
Yeah. I think I also remember there being a note that said to have Professor Russell analyze it. I get it. The package was delivered to you two.
Do you remember anything after that? Anything that happened after you sent off the package?
Yeah. After I left the port, someone called out to me. And then... It's no good. It's all still one big blur. You're probably best off not pressing your luck. It's likely to cause strain that you can't handle yet. Yeah, alright. I'm really just amazed that I was able to remember anything at all.
Which brings us to the bigger question. Who would have done this? Maybe those special ops guys?
It's possible. They did use that nasty poison on Agate after all. It's as if they're manufacturing and testing a new drug. Or new drugs, whatever. Ugh. Maybe they made something to cause memory loss.
Ah, now there's a cheerful thought. Plus, there's the Sky Bandits boss and Major Dalmore to consider. We have to be really careful.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything really useful to tell you. I know what Her Majesty asked you to do. I want to help if you'll let me.
But, are you sure you'll be okay?
Sure, my memory may be like a sieve. But physically, I'm fine. I owe you for your help, so please, allow me to make it up to you. If you're feeling up to it, sure. We need to work out a strategy for now. Let's meet back at the guild. Alright, you have my thanks.
Alright, we still have Grant, Karna, and Ann Lace to find. So, it seems like Grant is not here. But he's supposed to be at the inn. Is there, like, some other place that's considered an inn? Did I, like... What? Okay. I'm so confused. Oh! Ha 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 ha. The cafe is called an inn. Did I ever get this? Oh! I never got that. Oh! Some recipes that I'm actually missing. Okay. Well, that's a thing. Okay, wait, so how many recipes do I have now? Or am I missing now? Not that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm missing 8. I don't know where the 8 recipes that I'm missing are. Well, here's Grant.
Hey, it's Grant.
Well, if it isn't the big bad champions. I hear you guys spent the night at the castle. Frankly, I'm surprised to see you back so early. Did you eat anything good?
Yeah, we did, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
Oh, something on your mind? Holy crap! You're not pulling my leg, are you?
We are not. Every word is true. I'd stake my reputation on it.
If Zin the Immovable is moved by this, that's all the proof I need. I'll do whatever I can to help. You can count on it.
Thanks, Grant.
We'll be meeting at the guild house to plan our strategies as soon as possible. So if you please head over there when you can.
Understood. Go well, friends. I'll catch up with you there.
Okay, so Karna should be, if my, my camera. There we go. Karna should be in here.
Hi, Karna.
Hey, look who it is! Oh, you've got Old Man Zin with you. What's going on?
Well, it's a long story.
Uh-oh, sounds interesting.
I said that. I read it, and then I pressed real fast and I skipped the dialogue. My bad.
You're not just pulling my leg, are you? I must admit, I did find it a bit odd that all the gates and ports and such have been shut down. So, what do you want with me exactly?
Well, we need to get everyone together and formulate a plan. So if you would, please meet us at the guild.
Gotcha. I'm already there.
No, you're not. You're still here. What are you doing? Alright, and then Annalise should be at the department store. Did I, like, check every shop here? There is the Liberal News number 9. So, I mean, if you're collecting the Liberal News, there's issue number 9 for you. Which, I mean... So yeah, like I said, I missed out on some of the issues. We missed 3 and 4 and 7. If you're collecting them to actually read them, I apologize. I didn't get all of them. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention to them. There's some... I want to say kind of strict timing, because we did get issue number 8 here. So, or at least I think we got issue at number 8 here. So the fact that I'm just now getting issue number 9, like, that means I'd have to check back again to get issue number 9. Like, I don't know. They're a bit difficult, but I mean, if you get them, awesome. But again, don't worry about getting them if you're just getting them just to collect them. Like, don't sweat it. I mean, if you're trying to collect everything in the game, you're gonna have to do a second playthrough anyway for the what you call it, the second ultimate weapon.
Well, if it isn't Sid and the new recruits, back from the castle already? Yeah, I guess we are.
And Lace, could we have a moment of your time?
You hear something juicy? You looking to share with me? Well, if by juicy you mean spit your juice all over in shock, then yeah. It's a real juice bomb. Oh, you have my undivided attention. Should we be talking about this here, or should I be sitting down for it? Huh?
Just to make it absolutely clear, this isn't a joke. Things could get serious in a big hurry. And if they do, we'll need your help.
Let's see. Sorry, my head's just a little scrambled from how screwed up this whole situation is. I don't really get all this, but you want everyone to meet up at the guild house, right? Right. Elnan will fill you in on all the details. Okay then, I'll go and see what's up.
Joshua's just sitting there going, is that girl gonna be alright? Is she gonna be okay? And, I mean, the real answer is, no, not really. That girl will never be alright. Alright, head back down here. I'm gonna check these shops over here. Just to make sure. Oh, it looks like I got all of them. I honestly don't know which recipes I'm missing. Alright, so everyone's here. Or they should be up. I'm assuming they're upstairs.
The other braces are already assembled. Have you heard from the Royal Guardsman or the reporter?
Sorry, sir, no contact.
But we believe we've gathered the intelligence we need.
I see. We can conclude with fair certainty, then, that Princess Claudia is inside the villa. It's unfortunate that you were unable to make contact with the Royal Guardsmen, but at least we know they haven't been captured.
Shall we get started then?
Yes. We need to start working out the details of the rescue operation. Are we all up to date on the pertinent details of the Intelligence Division's planned coup d'etat? Given this information, we should consider ourselves under contractual obligation to Queen Alicia.
I can barely believe what I'm hearing. I'm ashamed of myself for not noticing something was amiss sooner.
I was suspicious of those special ops troops from the very beginning. But I really trusted Colonel Richard.
And he was behind the Sky Bandits and Mayor Dalmore. We got completely snowed.
And we can't let them get away with it, that's for sure. Can you all be counted on to cooperate in this assignment? Damn straight!
Just lead the way.
I owe these guys some black eyes. Rhyme unintended.
Count me in for sure. This is gonna be good.
We got strong allies. We'll prevail without a doubt.
Now let me explain the details of this mission. We have to move fast, as there are lives at stake here. It's not the most elegant approach, but I believe taking control of the villa through a frontal assault is our best option. We don't have time to try and find some route to infiltrate, so I guess that's the only option we got.
How will we be divided?
We'll split into two groups, a decoy team and a rescue team. The decoy team will draw the attention of the main force, while the rescue team makes its way into the villa. Remember though, we're dealing with the Intelligence Division's special ops here. If I may, I'd like to suggest we also add an ambush team to aid the decoy team, and a second decoy team to assist the rescue team.
How are you making all these teams? You got like 3 teams at best here.
Man, we're really teaming with teams here, but why do we need those teams?
The ambush team would lie in wait until the decoy team draws out the enemy forces, and then both teams could attack at once. Meanwhile, the second decoy team would attempt to break the enemy's ranks, allowing the rescue team to enter the villa more easily.
Ah, yeah, I guess that's a good point. Evens the odds a little bit. But do we have enough members to spread among 4 squads?
No, we don't. We contacted other guild branches, but with the airships grounded, we're pretty much on our own.
Oh, crap. If only we had Shara and Agate.
However, I agree with Zin that trying to carry out this operation with only 2 squads is risky. We may need to re-examine this strategy.
If numbers are all you lack, maybe we can be of assistance.
Hey!
Lieutenant Schwarzer!
Well now, if it isn't system military.
Okay, now we can have like 4 teams.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm a Royal Guardsman, Sub-Commander Lieutenant Julia Schwartz. The Royal Guardsmen are here at your disposal for this operation.
Understood. Your participation will be most invaluable. I count 9 soldiers in your squad, including yourself.
My remaining troops are incognito stationed all throughout the city. I can assemble them within the hour.
That's great, but Lieutenant Schwartz, how did you know we were going to try and save the hostages?
We tried to find you at the cathedral and tell you, but you had already disappeared.
Did you? My apologies. All I knew was that you had accepted the Queen's mission. I found out last night.
Last night? We'd only just met with the Queen last night ourselves.
Yes, I'm aware of that. We have sources for military intelligence of this sort. All that matters now is that Her Highness gave us the orders to assist, and we are happy to do it.
My guess? Sieg told her.
Sources! I want sources! Can I share some of yours?
I don't.
Let's leave it at no, Estelle. More importantly, the Guardsman assistance will give us the extra forces we need to fill the ambush and support teams.
Indeed. With this additional manpower, I believe our chance of success has increased exponentially. With extra manpower secured, we should start deciding on the teams immediately.
Roger that. You need 2 decoy teams, right? I believe 5 of my troops should be sufficient for one of them.
Yeah, I'd say those Royal Guard uniforms should definitely catch their attention.
My thoughts exactly. We'll target the Intelligence Division's aerial squadrons and station just on the outskirts of the Herb Scenic Route.
Wait a sec! Aerial Squadron? You don't mean...
I'm afraid she does. It's on the scenic route outskirts.
Now that you mention it, there is a stretch of land out there that's been completely blockaded.
According to my intelligence, there is only a skeleton crew of guards stationed there. If we attack, they will have no alternative but to call the villa for reinforcements.
Oh, I get it. That's some good decoying right there. And then when the reinforcements show up, the ambush team pops in and takes them all out, right?
We should form that ambush. We should form that ambush team then.
I knew all those years of hunting down monsters in the bush paid off one day.
And we've got a gunner too. We'll be able to handle this no problem.
Alright, 2 teams locked down. Now for rescue and decoy 2.
I think the second decoy team should also be compromised.
Compromised? 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 Oh, the words! Like, every time I look at this word, it's either compromise or compromised. And I don't know which one it is. Comprised? I don't know, man. I don't know. Whatever.
Of my Royal Guardsmen. The Special Ops will definitely drop their guards more readily to apprehend them.
I don't know why I always confuse them, and my brain just can never, like, my brain just will see both words and will always confuse the two, and, like, I just don't know which one's which when it comes to, like, yeah, I don't know why. I've seen them both many times, and, like, I've looked it up to figure out which one it is every time, and, like, for whatever reason, my brain always, like, reverts back to, like, which one is it? I'm sorry.
So that leaves us.
For the rescue team.
All the other teams will be acting to provide cover for us. Ours will be the most important assignment on the field by far. This is no game. You're playing an actual role and a crucial turning point for our history. Make sure you're up to the task.
Sheesh, no pressure.
There's no need to worry. We will persevere. History favors the just. Besides, you guys are the Grants Martial Arts Competition champions.
Then we'll be the ones keeping the majority of the enemy force busy. Hopefully, all you'll need to worry about are the hostages.
Julia, Elnan, Zin, hi.
We, Estelle. The word you're looking for is we. We can do this. And we will.
You're right. You're so right. We're gonna kick some special ops special asses.
That's the spirit!
That's the plan. The operation will begin at nightfall. We'll use the dark for cover. Once the operation begins, you won't have any opportunity to return to the city. So if you still have loose ends to tie up, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Man, this is getting pretty real!
I will ensure that Her Highness is made aware of the plan.
Alright, everyone. Tonight, here. Got it? Alright. Well, with that, that's the end of the episode. Next episode, we will continue this. And I don't know if the next episode will be, I don't think the next episode will be the last. I think we'll probably have at least one more after this one. But either way, thank you everyone for hanging out. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all in the next episode. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye!